away from the empty foods that really, you know, all the sugars and everything like that. I'm still going to eat healthy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Fit Friday. Because it's Friday, and we're actually filming on Friday. So,
where does the fit part come in? We haven't figured that out yet.
We're getting there.
We're looking for the fit on Friday. That's what this is.
That's what that is.
So this week, as always, we are going to start off with our weights. I guess we're tired today.
I am. I don't know why.
But we're going to start off with our weights. Would you like to go first?
Sure. Last week I was, what was it? 233.2 last week. And this week I weighed in this morning at 231.6. So down, if I calculate this right, 1.6 pounds, right?
Good job. So what did you do differently this week?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing really. Oh, wait, I lied. I ran twice this week. I did do that.
Good.
To try to get ready for a 5K that's coming up next Friday, and I've literally ran twice in the past 4 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, 3.1 miles is going to be super duper fun.
So, if you guys have been watching for the past few weeks, then you know I have been having a good week followed by a not so good week. And the not so good week has either come with not losing anything or gaining a little bit of something. And if you watch our regular daily vlogs, you know how much I have talked about wanting to break that this week and how hard I have really worked to try to break it. And I didn't. I was 271.4 last week. I was 271.8 today. That's beyond frustrating because I cooked separate meals for me. Not separate meals, but a different meal for me than I did for Derek and Emma. Derek and Emma had spaghetti one night and a baked potato and bread, and I didn't have any, I had like a fourth of a potato. I had no bread. I didn't have pasta. I made myself a spaghetti squash and then had the meat sauce over it and then had a salad. So it was meals like that I really was trying to cut back. I had a protein shake for lunch every day this week. I didn't have regular food. I really cut back, and I ran 2 miles last night in the last hope and effort that maybe I would get close to, even if I lost 0.2 pounds, I was going to be excited this morning. And I didn't. And so I'm a little bit frustrated. So Derek is doing good, and he's doing what I feel like I have been doing for the past year and a half, is just kind of consistently losing weight. Even though it's not 10 pounds a week, I'd be happy with a pound a week at this point. Like, I really just want for the scale to be moving in the right direction. And so this week I'm going to do something that is totally uncomfortable for me, and I am going to eat more. I went into my MyFitnessPal. I'll leave my username in the description down below. I always have it in the description down below, even for regular daily vlogs. If you want to start losing weight and you want to track your calories, track what you're eating, it's really a great tool. I love my MyFitnessPal app.
She uses MyFitnessPal. I use an app called Lose It.
Can you follow people?
I don't know that you can have friends on Lose It, but I find that it helps me like tracking, and it has, I'm not that familiar with MyFitnessPal. Puppy is trying to get food over here, so, and it's empty. But I'm not that familiar with MyFitnessPal, but the one thing I like about Lose It is you can put in your weight, but you can see it in a graph and go back and check it.
Yeah, MyFitnessPal does the same thing.
So,
and I have several friends on there. A lot of you guys have added me, and so it's really encouraging to see people losing weight and what they're doing. You can, if they make their diary public for the day, you can see what they've been eating. And see what exercising they've been doing, and it's just a good place to be like, way to go, you logged in for 60 days in a row, you know. So anyways, but I went in, you can plug in your current weight, plug in your goal weight, and then tell it whether you want to lose 2 pounds a week, lose 1 pound a week, maintain, or gain weight. And if you're going to be sedentary, lightly active, or very active. And it will tell you how many calories you should be eating. So that's what I did. It gave me around 1,800, and that's what I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat 1,800 calories this week. That's more than what I eat on a daily basis. I normally am somewhere around the 1,300 calorie mark. And people I love you guys, I know you're trying to help, and I really take your suggestions into mind. But I keep seeing people telling me to eat less calories, and I'm like, I can't eat any less calories.
Right, no,
I really can't.
You went through a week where you didn't get over 1,000, and that's when you gained the most weight.
So I'm going to, number one, eat 1,800 calories. I'm going to eat them. I'm going to put everything into my app, and instead of trying to stay as low as I can, I'm going to make sure that I get 1,800 calories. They're going to be healthy, good calories, but I'm going to eat those calories. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to get in 10,000 steps every day this week. It doesn't have to be running. We're going to do our 5K race on Friday, so I probably will not do a ton of running this week, at least right up to Friday, because I'm going to be running so much.
Right.
But even if it's just going outside and walking my normal running track,
10,000.
I'm just going to get 10,000 steps in.
I said 10,000 laps. What if you had to do that?
That'd be a lot.
Oh, you would be a stick pole by the end of that.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do.
Because it probably. How long will it take you?
A long weeks.
That'd be crazy.
So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the 10,000 steps in, and I'm going to eat 1,800 calories. I'm not going to weigh all week. I will weigh in on Friday and see what happens. And maybe it works. Maybe it does. I've been following a lot of people who really work hard to eat as many calories as they're supposed to, and they're losing more weight than I am.
Right.
So I feel like I don't have it right. Somewhere I'm disconnected from what I should be doing. So that's what I'm going to do this week. I guess you're just going to keep trucking along with what you're doing because it seems to be working pretty well.
When I stop losing weight, I'll figure out what I need to adjust from there. But I'm on a steady decline. So.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. I'm bummed out this week. Although this is like the 3rd or 4th week that this has happened. And so I kind of halfway expected it. I was really hoping to have lost something because I really did work extra hard this week as far as my eating and my exercising, and so I was really, really hoping that it was going to be different, and it just wasn't. So I'm going to work extra hard next week and just get in my 10,000 steps. I'm not going to worry so much about my running or about staying really, really low on calories. I'm going to eat 1,800 calories, and if it works, fan-freaking-tastic. I will be thrilled. Thank you guys for your suggestions and your comments and your encouragement. It's definitely been hard for me to keep in the mindset of just to keep going because honestly, this week I hardly let myself eat anything that I wanted to eat, and I feel like if I had just eaten whatever I wanted, I probably would have been the same weight. Yeah. And so that's frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating and it can be discouraging. Yeah. But we'll start next week with positivity and excitement towards it, and you get to know that you get to pretty much eat a good bit of like good food versus
I mean I'm still going to try to stay away from the empty foods that really, all the sugars and everything like that. I'm still going to eat healthy, but I'm just going to eat 1,800 calories a day and see what happens. Maybe it works. I would be thrilled if it works and I start losing 2 pounds a week again because I feel like I've been in these darn 270s for so long, and I'm so close to being out of the 270s, and so that's frustrating too when I look down and see a 2.7, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
But you also have to think about, you remember that photo you found from 3 years ago. If you just look at that.
I will insert a picture of Derek and I from 3 years ago to the day 2 days ago of what the two of us looked like. I can hardly even recognize myself.
Yeah.
And
just cute little chunky cheeks.
And Derek looks a lot different too. I think sometimes because I've lost so much weight, it's easy for us to be like, oh my gosh, I've lost so much weight. And you've done good.
Right.
But then when you really look at how he looked before, like you can see a big difference. A really big difference. So I'm proud of both of us. Seeing pictures like that are what helped me to keep going. and I'm just ready to figure out what works so that I can get down to what I want to be. I don't care to work hard. I just don't want to be working hard for the next 5 years to lose another 78 pounds. Like, that's just not what I want. So let us know how you guys did in the comments down below. You guys are really doing great. We see all of you.
Yes,
we know how
do.
well you're doing. So. And some days I might not say anything because I'm like, darn you for losing 5 pounds because I didn't lose anything.
Right, yeah. But keep it up. I mean, and make sure you use your support. If we're your support, use Twitter, use Instagram. I mean, if you need to send us an email, send us an email.
Yeah, send us an email. If you don't have MyFitnessPal, it's easy to sign up for it. It's free. Do it, because I'm telling you, it helps. It really does help. So we will see you guys next Friday for another Fit Friday, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 6:30 for a regular vlog. We're gonna head out for the evening, but we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.